Praise the Lord, everybody. What's up? What's up? This is your brother in Christ, Dre Hill, and I'm excited, and I want to invite you to another episode of Churchouse Snapshot interview. Now, I'm excited about this particular episode. One reason is because you haven't seen us in a while. We've been very busy just trying to do this and do that, and so God has opened up the door, and now we're back to it. And the second reason is I have a good friend of mine, a gentleman that I've been knowing for, I guess, for about 10 years or so. And I've seen his ministry mature and grow. And you know, I used to be able to just go to his church. Now he traveling in town and out of town and on TV, radio. I'm like, man, hey man, what's up? But I wanted to introduce to you the founder of J. Bethel and spoken for Mr. Brother Minister Jason Bethel. Praise the Lord. Hey, what's up, man?
Praise the Lord. I'm good.
All right, good. Yeah, so man, you heard all the stuff I was saying about
man, 10 years. That's it's hard to believe.
Yeah.
You know, when we first met, you know, I was still young, learning about, you know, as far as just the music aspect, as far as the music industry and everything like that. And you were doing big things with Churchouse Records with Eric Dion. I met you guys through Adika.
Yeah, right.
You know, and then I remember you asked me to come over and we were like, oh, we want to track. And it was like, track, you know. So, you know, and yeah, that was just an incredible experience, man.
Wow.
But those experiences are some of the things that help get me and prepare me to where I'm at right now.
Wow.
You know, so, you know, I'm appreciative of that. You know, any experience you get in the studio with someone, you're supposed to grasp that wisdom, and that really, you know, that taught me a lot about professionalism, about, you know, how to lay down a track, you know, okay, cut out the plan, you know, all right, you know, me and Joey kind of was fooling a little bit, but it was a great experience, and it allowed me to, you know, like I said, to be able to flourish in what I'm doing right now, so I'm appreciative of that.
Wow, man. You know, I just thought we was just, you know, I knew we was doing work, but I had no idea that it wasn't something that you weren't used to. You know, you just came in, just did it. I was like,
I mean, like I said, I did some things, and I was producing my dad's album at the same time around that time. So I actually did do a lot of studio work as far as just, you know, just playing and just mapping out some things. But that was the first time I ever went in there, and you were like, no, you got it. You go ahead. Give me a beat, what you got, put it all together, and we'll record it. And I was like, oh, you told me? Like, whatever you want. Like, no. You come over with the track, you enjoy your laying stuff down, and then, you know, so that was the first time where I was actually entrusted to make sure the track came out right, you know, from just an MD aspect, you know what I'm saying, rather than just, you know, being directed in every little aspect of it. You didn't really direct me in every aspect of how you wanted things. You were kind of like, well, man, I'll trust you as a producer. If I tell you I like it, I like it. You know, and that was it. You know, and that means a lot. You know, because I don't like to micromanage now today. I think that's one of the best things you can do as a producer and a songwriter is not to mismanage, not to micromanage artists, but you know, or musicians. You know, let them flourish in what you give them, because they can hear things differently than what you can.
That's absolutely true, man. I have learned that, you know, over the years too. You know, and I also learned from you, man, because you know, just the chords and stuff and the patterns and stuff. I was like, you know, I couldn't hear like that. You know, when I came up, you know, under you know, blues and, you know, stuff like that, you know, through my dad, and then Motown, you know, that introduced me to another, you know, flavor, and then I was influenced a lot by Stevie Wonder, Earth, Wind, and Fire, you know,
I'm still the cast now. Eddie and Stevie Wonder still doing this thing right now, you know.
And so but anyway, to be able to work with somebody, you know, younger, you know, it's also a humbling experience, because there are things, you know, a lot of times, you know, people or I would say me, I would think that because I was older, I would know this, but times are changing,
right.
And flavors changing and things like that, and so all that plays a part. So we all need each other.
Absolutely. So I mean, like bridging the gap is essential. Mm-hmm. So like in the album that I did right here, it's called All In. Mm-hmm. I didn't just want to make a music where everything was auto-tuned and all that stuff.
Okay.
I pretty much really don't have any auto-tune in this album at all. I wanted to make sure that it was something that my father instilled in me, but something that Bishop Winans actually said. I heard him say one time during the interview, and he said, a song with no lyrical substance is just noise. And that always stuck with me. And so I wanted to make sure that when I did this album, that it was lyrically correct, that it was spiritually correct as far as the word concerned, the content, and that it was musically friendly to not only just for vocalists' sake, but also for musicians. Because oftentimes, like I said, we get constrained and got to play this. In my album, it's not like that. You can pretty much do what you need to do, and the musicians can have fun. Pretty much almost like Shed, but yet it's still the pocket.
Okay.
And so that's how I came up. I didn't have a problem working with you because I never had a problem working with anybody older because that's how I learned.
Hey, he said older.
I mean,
it's older.
It's the truth.
But
I came up under my uncle's and my father's tutelage as far as I learned from my father how to, just the basic fundamentals of watching him play the piano and understanding how to write a song. My uncle was the real musician, Manny Salisbury, who played with the Parliament Funk, Rise of Frankenstein.
Wow. And
so he was like an all-around musician. So I learned from him the aspects of just keeping the pocket, playing in time, making sure I don't deviate. And then came along later on in our ministry, a bass player by the name of Gary Cook, and his brother Andre Cook who played guitar. And they was like, okay,
I remember.
So they was like, look, man, you know how to play, but now let me teach you how to play in a band. And then that really, took me, and my wife plays as well. Out of my wife, Bethel, because I love my wife now, and my two children, and I have one on the way.
Right.
So, and she kissed the set. So they kind of took me in and was like, listen, we're going to teach you how to play in a band now. And the way you play in a band is you compliment the vocalists. Yeah. You compliment each other, and you compliment the vocalists. And I thought that's always stuck with me. So I've never had a problem playing with anybody because I'm not trying to be the one singing. That's not about me.
Right, absolutely.
So,
now, there's something that you said. First of all, let's go back just a little bit. The group, Jay Bethel and Spoken. How did this come about? I'll say this before you answer. You were at our 40th anniversary,
and that was great, man. That was exciting.
And man, that first song, I was like, man, that's Richard Smallwood. He ain't right there. So he ain't right there. But yeah, that was a beautiful song, man, and it had that full Richard Smallwood sound, and another thing that you said that was very important. I think it's very important is to have the word spiritual, in the right content. Because I've heard so many songs that they say it's gospel, but when you read what the word says and what they say, it's like
it doesn't line up. It doesn't line up at all.
Right, and that is, that is what is most important. I mean, the word is what gives us life.
That's right.
That's right. And so, and it's a blessing to have the word put to music.
That's right.
And have melodies and people that can sing and play, behind it. So getting back to the question, how did you get started, or how did the Lord lead you into that?
Well, when I got done working with my father, before working with my dad, I had the opportunity to go to Tech University for football. And that's how I really started. And so, obviously, coming from the church where we did our own praise and worship, we wrote our own songs.
Okay.
I was up there and I was playing football. My second year came and I was like, I don't want to play football tomorrow. I got on the phone and I called my dad and said, Dad, I don't have a passion to play anymore. He was like, you crazy? You got to, no, that scholarship that money. I said, man, don't worry.
So you got a scholarship?
Oh yeah, I was on a scholarship for football. You know,
Wow.
I was really good, and
Wow.
so, but I didn't have a passion to play anymore.
Okay.
My father was like, all that money you paid, you got to do something. I said, Dad, I'll figure it out. Don't worry about it. I was in the lobby of my dorm, and I was playing, and one of my friends, that's one of my best friends to this day, Winston Johnson, we ran into each other, and he was already in the chorale in the music and local jazz, and so he told the music instructor about me hearing me and singing, and then he was like, dude, you gotta come on. So I ended up getting a music scholarship to be able to stay on in school for that duration of the semester. So that's how it happened, and so I started learning more in local jazz up in the air. We opened up for people like Take Six, Edie Bridgewater, different people like that. Yeah. So I took those experiences as well. When I came back to Detroit and did my dad album and worked along with you and some other people, and had the chance to work with Lance Allen and some other people. My friend of mine was like, man, you got so much good music, man. Why don't you just do your own stuff? So I was like, okay. So I had all my songs. I went to the studio, I hooked up with my nephew, D'Angelo Stevens. I said, look, man, I'm ready to go ahead and do my, he was like, you ready, Uncle? I said, I'm ready to do my own thing. So God blessed me to have the favor to work with musicians like Desabata Robinson, Snoop Allen, CJ Alexander, oh man, I'm just Kenny Rocket Morris, oh man, incredible musicians. I can't even name them all, man. It was Sherelle James, Joe Otis, David Buford. The name can keep going on.
Dave, and
Deshaun Jones, man, who's an incredible horn. I mean, if you ever need horns and range, Deshaun Jones is the man.
Right.
So anyway, that's how it came about. And so I was like, okay, God, what am I supposed to do? I got my music, I got my vocal, I got my writings out, I laid my stuff down, and he said, you're gonna call your group J. Bethel and spoken for. Spoken for. You know what's all that about? He was like, because you're spoken for.
Right.
You don't belong to anyone else.
Hallelujah.
You only belong to me.
Okay.
He was like,
that's
so that's how that name came about, spoken for.
That's good.
Yep. So that's how we started.
And you know, and that should be the mentality of all Christians.
Good, right.
We are spoken for.
That's right.
You know, it's just like an engagement ring. You know, that engagement ring reminds us that we are promised to the.
That's it.
And then it also should be a sign to the world that we are taken.
That's right. That's right. And to the devil.
Right. Absolutely.
And to the devil. So when he comes to tempt us, when he comes to try to sway us back, because that's what he wants. He wants us back.
Man.
Because he uses the wiles of our flesh. He uses the wiles of the world, and he wants to tempt our flesh. You know, but thank God that there's nothing that resides in us. You know what I'm saying? That wants that anymore. You know what I'm saying? Right. No good thing dwell up in the flesh, but I think we walk in the spirit of God. So that's where we at, man. That's where I'm at.
Well, that's excellent. Now I'll have to say this. There are, well, for me, there has been, you know, sometimes, you know, the devil, you know, he's so crafty, and you know, for us to really, the Bible says that the heart is desperately wicked. Who can know it? Right. You know, and a lot of times, you know, we don't, you know, we think that we'll stay at this point, but sometimes God will allow a press, you know, so that you know, just like a sponge. If you press a sponge, you see what's in it.
Right,
you know?
right.
But then, if we look at it the way God sees it, He's getting that stuff out of us so He can make room to put stuff in us that He wants, you know, to put in us. And so now getting back to spoken for. So now, you know, like I said, I've seen over the years, you know, how the Lord is, you know, just blessing you, and I've seen stuff on Facebook, and Atlanta Live.
It was Bobby Jones.
Yeah, man.
So Bobby Jones been on TCT twice on Celebrate Gospel. With Rejoice.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So it's just a lot of different avenues and different venues we've been at, and I'm telling you, Dre, it's been great, man.
Okay.
You know, it's been great. It's been humbling.
Yeah.
But it's been great to get the response that
Right.
we've been getting. You know. So, you know, I mean, it's no different. Like just last week, Thursday, for the 40th anniversary. I mean, that was incredible, man. To have that experience to go for, and that was our real first big event here in Detroit. We've been going all over the country.
Wow, okay.
And this is the first time we have went before a prominent congregation in our own city, and to get that response that we got, and to see how people were being blessed by I Left My Hands and by Your God.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I couldn't ask more anything else more.